Hey, I'm Conflicted, and I'm wondering whether you guys think that the underground sound has become more than just underground. Let's talk about it. But before we do that, I had a picture of Lucky somewhere in this video. Comment below the timestamp if you do find him. Also, if this is your first time seeing my channel, welcome. I upload music related content twice a week, and if you are interested, feel free in subscribing or maybe even sharing with a friend. With all that being said, let's get into the video. There are many underground music artists such as Summers, Autumn, Father Frog, Yeat, Lucky, Sofego, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, and a lot more are consistently being shown on underground rap pages or underground pages such as The Underground Sound. And while most of these people are obviously considered underground due to their small following, some of them are a lot more questionable. My biggest examples here are going to be Sofego, Lucky, and especially Yeat. Yeat has been pulling massive numbers for over a year now, and even recently topping a couple of charts with his new album Afterlife. So just how underground is his music, and what makes an artist underground? Well, if we take the numbers away, some people will argue that it is all about the sound of music. This could be used as another way to describe underground music, because a lot of these numbers are not adding up to being underground. The sound of underground music is most likely just music that is a lot more acquired taste than music that sounds more pop-infused and easily digestible. This gives the fans a sense of connection to the artist because not everyone can bond with the music. Yeat is a great example where some people are in love with the sound he has because it's energetic and playful, and yeah, it's just a lot easier to digest than a lot of the other quote-unquote underground music artists, and that's where he finds so much success. A lot of people think his music is a joke and not nearly as good as the numbers are saying, and that's the reason why it's still considered underground most likely. Yeat's a very interesting case, you know. Yeat is arguably not underground because Yeat is pulling some of the biggest numbers, and it goes to show that music itself doesn't have really a big definition of what underground is now. Yeat is easily the most successful person who is considered underground right now, and the only people really saying he's underground are people like The Underground Sound. He's being posted on there still, despite like 8 million monthly listeners, maybe even 10 million by now. But that's just due to his marketing and the sound that he has that so many hardcore music fans enjoy, whilst not being the type of music that your parents might listen to, for example. Because realistically, many of these listeners are much younger, which also continues my point of being digestible. Lucky is another massive example of where his music is carried by the overall mood, and he just has an underground feel to him, you know? Sofego is going to be my last example in this video, who is doing some pretty big numbers, and I think that his music might be on a different spectrum after him and the rest of the Travis Scott label drops, which also I made a video talking about all the albums dropping this year. Make sure to check that in the description. But yeah, Sofego might be breaking out of this box. I'm very interested to see what happens with this all, and I hope you guys are too, you know. Yeat, Lucky, and Sofego are just some massive examples of people who are underground music, yet many people consider them above ground music or mainstream music because it's just so they're big names, people know them, but not everybody can listen to them because they're demographic, and I think that's what the underground sound really is about. That's all I wanted to say in this video. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and maybe even sharing this video. I love you all. I'm Conflicted, and I'm out.